You were tasked with an unusual mission, a diplomatic mission, to visit Kingston Lacey, which is a large manor in Dorset. And the idea was for you to speak to a man named Sir William Banks, and he is something of an amateur Egyptology enthusiast, and Mina Harker thought he might well be sympathetic to the Rippers. He's very wealthy, and he might be able to assist the Rippers with favours and also financial support. It costs a lot of money to send these people around the world on various expeditions, hunting down cryptid creatures and cultists and the like. So you went to visit there. There was a host of guests here. The one of them had a cunning plan which went terribly wrong, which is kind of my fault, but never mind. His plan went wrong, and you managed to catch him. His name was Jonathan Jellicoe. He was an up-and-coming politician. However, you chased him down, and the priest let down the dumbwaiter very elegantly, and managed to slay him on the stairs. However, as Jonathan went down, you asked him what the plan was, and I forgot what I said. What did I say, Frederick?
Said something about we won't be the last, or
Right. Well, he. Oh, you're all right. Hello. Welcome to the Rippering.
He's happy because he gets an extra penny.
Just wait for Al to log in. Essentially, Jonathan, on his deathbed with his lifeblood spilling out onto the steps after you'd run him through with your sword, said that it's too late. They're going to capture Banks. Sir William Banks will already be ours. You cannot stop this. You cannot stop us. And with that, he dies. And with perfect dramatic timing, there's the sound of shattering glass, and a scream echoes throughout Kingston Lacey as one of the servant girls screams fill the air. Sounds like a noise coming from somewhere in the direction of the games room on the lower stairs and the lower floor. Sorry. So, what would you like to do?
I'll sprint down there.
Yeah, race towards it.
I'm sure it's perfectly fine.
I heroically run towards the games room. Since we're downstairs currently anyway, right beside that door.
I'm gonna run towards my bedroom to get my equipment, so I'm not fighting with small knives and stuff.
Yeah, being naked sucks. I don't think you're naked as such, just not armed.
No, I wasn't actually naked because I came in from outside.
Jolly good.
I was just not armed. That was the problem.
And besides that, showing off your smalls the vicar's job.
I was smart enough. Whenever it started, I went to my room and got my sword.
Well, I kind of like headed the guy off, so I could have just let him run past as I went running off upstairs to get my sword and my claws and everything, but I decided to try stab him with the knife.
Well, and I just run without any weapons.
You're gonna just have us all move to the game room.
If you sort of go to the entrance of it, I'm just setting it up now.
You set that up. Okay.
Setting up what you will see when you yes, open the door.
There's only 2 doors into this room. We're okay, guys.
We'll probably see some windows they can come in and out of as well.
Shh.
Oh man, my fancy grounds just crashed. I wonder why.
Oh, did it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Trust
We know.
I don't know why. That was a bit weird.
Now we cast a spell on the GM. Now he can't see what we're doing.
you. I'm moving into that room. I'm taking all of it. I'm running for it. Bye. I'm joking. It's a different character.
Just say when we can log back in.
Will do. It's just booting up. All right, it's up.
Yeah, it's taking ages for me to actually get it. Like behind a fancy ground seems to be very slow quitting. Here we go. It's like someone's got vodka and ice or something.
Oh, that's just my soda. There's nothing fancy in it.
Oh, there we go. It's starting to load now.
Cool, I'm back on.
Nearly done.
Yeah, it's just Alice character. Then we're ready. She's here. Oh, that's Badger.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my fantasy grounds to respond.
It's alright. There's a lot of people logging into me at once, so it might slow it down.
Yeah, it did for me too.
Why so many fox in the combat tracker?
Sorry, why so many?
Fox. Oh,
Ah.
what do you call them?
Oh, foot thugs. Sorry,
Oh, that's right, okay.
I understand you. Yeah, because there's a load of thugs. Okay, racing down through the hallway, you come to the games room where you heard the breaking glass. Opening the door there, you can see. Everyone's like, we can't see, no map. Open the door, you can see a room which is full of shifty looking thugs armed with pistols. There's a large man standing at the back who looks of Arabic descent. Either side of Sir Banks, there's two men who've got him and are manhandling him quite roughly. It looks like they're heading towards the broken window to escape.
Could you mark where in the edge the broken window is?
Those three there.
Okay. And
Oh, somebody got us the Joker.
Frederick, god damn him.
I'm just counting the space.
It's okay, because he's the only one that's gonna go there and kill us.
Okay, I can only move 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I go in there. Ah! Get your hands off that man, you vile villains!
So Banks is coming with us.
Got cramp in my foot. Right, so how do you attack the? I'm going to attack the thug number 2. Remembered I forgot to cast my spell. Oops. Heroic actions.
Flat.
That was my turn.
Now we're in trouble. Well, you're in trouble, I guess. 'cause
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
just want to
shoot
say Frederick is in trouble.
Bang, 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 bang.
He basically went, in a blood rush, and then just as he was swinging his weapon, went, "Oh, I forgot to cast a spell. Oops."
Alright, well, in that case, hold on a minute, I've lost the damn map. Embarrassing, you can't get the staff anymore.
You lost what map?
I turned the map off on the game map and turn it back on again. There we go.
Well, we may not win this battle, but there's at least one thug that won't be at the victory party.
True, there is at least one thug that won't be at the victory party. Okay, this guy here will just take a swing. Does he take a swing, or does he... what's he armed with? Yeah,
Pistols.
yeah, they're going to have the pistols out, I think. He's going to take a shot. He needs to hit target number 7, though, against you. But you're so close that he misses you. Oh. Oh, I hit your hand. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a miss. Next thug, though, is going to do his damn best to shoot his friend.
Yeah.
Which he does.
Ooh, and he may have.
Yeah, he actually
Unskilled.
did. You're doing good in there, Frederick.
I know. They're so shocked at the holy man in the middle of them.
How embarrassing was that?
Right, so Frederick swung him around so he used him as a human cover.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It looked cool. And so the other one will take a shot. That one though hits you straight in the guts. A wound coming in on you, father. Which you soak lovely.
Yes?
Oh, but no, you didn't.
That's why I said yes for it. It's 2 and everything.
It bounces off the hilt of your sword.
Oh, I've got a chainmail vest under my garments.
Oh, but it looks more.
Another one hits. Which you soak again. Step back a little.
A lot of bennies here. Look at that, I got a bazooka.
Found a message. Yeah, the Joker really helps. This one's going to have a shot as well. And he misses, so you get away with it.
Tricks.
Jonathan, you're up. Oh no, it's William Banks. Sorry, I saw a sir and immediately thought it was you, royalty. He struggles, says, "Help! Help!"
Well, I rush in and help Frederick, so I'll move down here, and I will swing at fuck number 3. Hit. Oh, why did I? Oh, a wild attack. Okay. Bang.
Okay, this man. He begins to wave his arms around and say incantations, some dark and unholy words. Oh, damn it, my phone's ringing just at that dramatic moment. I'll be back in just one moment, sorry.
Just like in the movie theater.
This is instructions from his overlord.
Well, he didn't call his mum yesterday, so I bet it's his mum.
Didn't call his mother.
Yeah, and especially if he's been sleeping like a cat all day today, he probably won't have called his mum today either.
Wonder what that spell is going to be.
Probably a fear spell.
Pretty sure you're gonna be. I'm pretty sure one of you two
Yeah, I think we're the only two who will actually feel this spell, but if the spell's charm person, I'm sorry, Rick. What happens to your character? Just saying.
That's okay. We'll be sorry that we have to kill you. So it'll
I'll
even out.
say, no worry, I can handle you.
It'll even out.
Oh dear, sorry, that was an emergency with photographs apparently. Never mind. Okay, so where was I? Oh yes, this guy, Hakim Jalil, he holds up his hands and begins to say ungodly words, and hopefully he'll be able to cast it.
Oh, and it works.
It's now dark.
And the room has plunged into darkness in a large burst template. So 1 second.
Could you share the map with me as well when you've got a second?
Oh sure, sorry. There you go. Should come through now. So pretty much everyone in that room
Cage vanished.
What?
You can't see anyone.
Oddly, I can't hide you guys on the combat tracker. That's weird. Never mind. Everybody, it goes pitch black. I don't know if you've ever been down in like a cave or something. They do the thing where they turn the light off and it goes utterly dark. It's like that. Completely pitch. If you put your hand in front of your face, you can't see your hand. Not a wink of light in here. You can hear sounds and motion, but you can't see the guys. It's basically giving you -6 to all sorts. Okay. Badger, you're up. You'll see the room descend into darkness in front of you.
Do I need to move so I can at least?
I guess so, yeah.
So that's gonna. I see it's dark. 3, 4. Okay, so it's 1, 2 to there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Do a running die. 4, 5, 6, and then I want to go prone. I think I can do that to myself. Let me see. No, I can't seem to prone. How do I?
Oh, I'll put you on prone if you
Actually,
want.
I found it. I found it. There we go.
That's the one.
I am prone. Okay, I got my pistol out and I'm waiting to see if anybody comes out the window.
Good call.
But I can't go, so I'm pretty much done. Oh, I tried to move. Oh, there we go.
Cool. I will be grabbing my sword and strapping on my claws. So I presume that's going to take me the round.
I'm sure if you sang that to the music of Top Hat, it'd work.
What?
Yep, you can move a bit as well if you want. I'll say you can sort of grab your stuff and move. So.
Cool.
And you go if you're done.
So that Oh, could you take me off wild attack? Because I don't think it's just my natural default setting.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So I guess it sounds pretty chaotic in there now. The lights have gone out.
It does, yeah. Lots of screaming and yeah, the like.
I'll hold my action, train my gun on the door.
So you begin on hold. Jonathan, you're up first.
Okay, so I know that they were in the gaming room last, so I'm going to come sprinting down the stairs as fast as I can. Movement. How do I roll for pace? Oh, there it is. There we go. There you go. So I'm presently heading down the stairs at the moment.
Not running too quickly, but you don't want to trip, so yeah, very wise.
Okay,
Yeah,
so how
health
do
and
we
safety first?
do this?
Well, I guess I should put the blind effect on you. 1 second.
Do I walk in a direction I want, or is it random?
Oh, it's actually good question. 1 second. Let me just check the spell again. I think it essentially gives you -6 to your trait -6. There's no darkness effect. I'll have to fix that.
Just put attack -6.
Okay.
Or if it's all skill rolls that you could make a trait -6.
I'll try it with that. I think probably some trait rolls don't rely on sight, but I'll wing it.
Do I get a bonus because I've got bad eyes? I normally can't see anyway. Unless I've got my glasses on.
Nope.
Anyway, I'll go in the general direction to where I last saw the people, which I can't remember because you know what I'm like. So I will be 1, 2, and slice at that square there. I'll slice at that square. I think he was there last time I saw him.
Okay. I tell you what. Let's do make a notice roll, or yeah, notice. I think will be general spatial awareness, and we'll see whether you go the right direction. Because walking when it's in the light is just walking in the dark bad. Oh no. You're never going past that, are you? If it was a -6 on. Oh, I'll just let you move there, it's easier. Okay, so you run up, you've still got -6 to hit him, that'll do.
Okay, I'll just roll the dice.
We could drop on the combat tracker.
Nope.
That's a miss.
Don't make a sound.
Swinging back, no! The thug remains shaken.
So I still hit the one next to me, I guess.
Yeah, you hear him sort of groaning at the state of his face. This one, only Badger can see him. You can hear the sound of people moving around you. Funny, you're actually standing right on top of a guy. Never mind. Okay, he'll hit you as soon as you're standing on top of him.
You think it's a chair until it strikes
Yeah, until it hits you back, and you've got absolutely no chance of hitting you in the dark. It's just something flailing blind. Hear something whistle past your face. Okay, Badger, you can see one come out of the darkness into the.
you. Hold on, I gotta find my. Where's my gun? Oh, that's why it's not shot. Okay. I will take a shot at thug number 4. That cannot be.
Could you do me a favour, actually, Rick? If you're there. Oh, doesn't
Did
matter.
that do it? I hit him and I got a raise on thug number 4.
Shooting pistol, yeah. Okay, as he comes out of the darkness, you'll shoot him and he goes down.
Freeze! I'm trying to shoot him. Oh, and that'll be my turn.
More arcane incantation type things come out of this guy's mouth.
Is there a general direction where the sound's coming from?
Yeah, pretty much right next to you. And then it's swiftly followed by a really low guttural snarl, a growl, and something will attack you.
Note to self, move out of darkness.
Or good light spell.
Now you'll feel some teeth sink into you, Frederick. 2 wounds coming at you.
Wounds 2.
I don't get a -6.
Yeah, you don't get a -6 for that, but a 3 is still a fail.
Yeah, let's see.
The 5, however, 6 1 wound.
It's a 5. Yeah. I'll have to take that as my last one.
Okay, so the teeth will sink into your leg and rip at your flesh. Adger.
Well, I can't see him. I can only hear something.
Correct.
But I know it's one next to me, so I will swing out against him.
All right.
Just down.
And you hear a crunch and a squish, and something collapses to the ground wetly next to you. Irene, you're still on hold there, sorry.
Before I end my turn, could I stumble in the direction of the sound from Frederick?
Yes, make me a notice roll to sort of get it right. It won't be at -6. Yeah, you do it easy. Yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
Yes, as I hear the breaking glass, I'll kind of realise they're going out the window, and I'll nip through the drawing room.
Right, yeah.
Shortcut.
I'm done.
I'll roll the dice for sprint.
Sure. Just move 10 in total. That's pretty good.
So I'll come up behind Badger.
Oh, Badger's turn. I like Badger's turn.
Oh, damn it, I do.
All right, so I see the Arabic guy get out. Is that...
Yeah, you see him come out, and you can just see Sir Banks being sort of dragged along, pushed from there.
All right, I'm gonna try to shoot Mr. Jalil
All right.
and see what happens here.
Take a shot at him. It sort of glances across his shoulder. You'll see a flash of red there, but no real damage, sadly.
And then I don't really think I'm not gonna want to move yet. All right, that'll be the end of my turn.
Alrighty, well, I swing at the finger close to Frederick. What band is that? And I have the...
Oh, actually, Rick, sorry. One moment, just before you do this, because this might be important, because something I've always forgotten. And I believe this is right. Whenever they take damage, they need to. He's concentrating to keep that darkness up, so I think he needs to make a spell check with a target of 11.
Ah, okay.
I believe.
You mean when I winged him?
Yeah, let me just check that's right.
Well, I think I have to actually. He has to end up with either a shaken or before you do that.
Oh, does he?
Winging him since he soaked it, I didn't really actually hit him. That's my understanding, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's a rule I always forget. If you suffer to maintain a concentration spell, you must make one opposed arcane roll versus the damage he suffered.
Yes, he didn't suffer any damage, so.
I don't know. It says damage though, not wounds. I'm confused.
Well, he didn't suffer any damage. I didn't cause him damage because he soaked it.
Yeah, but wouldn't it say wounds if he takes wounds rather than damage?
Character is actively made. One opposed arcane skill reverses the damage he suffered. Throws her. But see, I don't think he didn't take any damage because he soaked it. If he hadn't have soaked it, then he might have taken a wound, and you would be rolling against the damage that I rolled. But he soaked it, so he didn't get. I would say that since he didn't get injured, then he's not needing to make a concentration roll. But that would be my call. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's a bit curiously wounded. Curiously worded.
Yeah.
Because you'd have thought it'd have been it'd be worded like if he took a wound. Because the damage is the damage dice, isn't it? I'm in two minds about it. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna.
You can do some research on it, can't you? Find out what other people think.
Yeah, it must have been asked on forum somewhere. Okay.
Okay, so I use my banner. I'll try to hit him again.
Okay.
And I have the elan, so I have a +2 and +1 for gang up.
Yeah.
Okay, miss.
Alright, so this round he's going to. He casts
Says you
again.
only do it. Says you only do it when he's shaken or wounded.
Does it? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it does. Yeah, fair enough. It makes sense. So that's right. Okay, do I? Okay, more arcane words come out of the man's lips, devilish lips, and around where both Irina and Badger are, a cloying, sickly darkness rises up, and the tendrils of it start going into your mouth, up your nose, and in your ears, and buzzing around you like some horrible plague of flies or something. Ball of shadow. I'm going to put a raise on it, even though it's a raise because he did the 3d6 thing. Wow, and there's no save, sorry.
You're saying sorry to. I didn't hear you.
Saying sorry to Badger and Irina, who I've just hit with a boil. Oh dear. 3 wounds, it's basically choking you and.
Okay. So it's a. Okay, so we try to soak that. I can. All right. I'm gonna try some more here though. Since I crit failed that, am I done, or can I keep rolling?
You can keep rolling because it's a soak effect rather than your first roll. Well, that's 2. That's pretty good.
There and just take one and a shake in there. That's my last.
Okay.
And now you gotta.
And Irina gets one as well. That's a wound on you, Irina. If you want to soak.
1 wound. She'll soak that. That's no problem for her.
It sounds like you took most of the blast.
Irina needs to make a silk roll.
You there, Irina?
Isn't that on my go?
You're getting damaged.
Sorry, yeah, this guy did a area effect darkness type damage spell on you and caused a wound to you, so I don't know if you want to soak it.
Yeah.
Which is soak, well done. Okay, and he pulls Sir William Banks, who looks he looks oddly subdued. His eyes are sort of rolling back in his head, showing the whites of his eyes, so he's quite easy to pull along. I'm going to actually move you onto the bigger map. 1 second.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Then inside the Shadow Hound smells blood.
It's someone else's blood.
Well, 1 to 3, it's going to be yours. Yeah, it is.
Always my blood. No option.
You gotta take it.
I'm glad it's only one win though.
Okay. I take it I've heard gunfire.
Oh yeah, you can hear lots of shouts of screams, strange arcane enchantments and explosions, all sorts going on.
Excellent. Is there a window here at the? Because I'm just coming to the landing part of the middle part of the stairway. Is there like a window there or anything?
There is, and yeah, let's put you on the big map, shall we?
Okay.
There we go. I'll put you on there so you can.
Cool. How far up is this first floor? If I can see those people running off there.
I'm going to say that it's. I think I need to set the. Let me set the scale on the map, I think. There you are. I've set each square to be like 2 squares, so it should work out the range for you.
Oh right, it's not a range thing that I'm after. I just want to know how far up I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, with it being a big country estate, I think they have these Victorian buildings have massive rooms, don't they? So it's probably like 10 foot or something, at least. I'd have thought. Jumpable, yeah. 10 foot will be 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Cool. I will crash through the window then, because the quarry's getting away, and this is the quickest route. Otherwise, I'm going to be running around the mansion for ages.
Okay.
Chased after the ne'er-do-wells.
Dead heroic. Well,
And stupid.
since it's only 10 foot, if you want to make me an agility roll, and if you pass, you'll do half damage, and if you get a raise, you can get no damage from it. because it's a cool heroic thing. Okay, so it'll be half damage. Hopefully this will do it right. Eight. So I said half damage. It should be +1, so it'll be 9, but half 4.
Yeah, my toughness will cope with that. I've got 6 toughness.
Ace.
Okay, and I will sprint as fast as I can.
All right.
I still did a few movements to get to the window. There's still 2 to get to the window, so I can only do 4 once I'm through the window at best.
Okay.
Actually, I'd probably argue that I wouldn't be able to sprint, to be fair, because I've dived through the window. That would be kind of my action.
Fair enough.
I'll just move the. So if each of these are 2, so that's going to be 2 squares, isn't it?
Yeah. On the big map, this is, yeah.
I'll at least get onto the green, and I'll have my sword out in my right hand with my claws strapped on the left, charging down like a crazy kind of animal kind of thing.
Cool. Frederick. Damn, you remain shaken. Oh, actually no. The darkness penalty doesn't count for that, so you're fine.
Yay! I'll be stuck in here forever.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm basically just gonna run out the window and shout, "There's a diamond dog in here!" And then when I get outside, I'm gonna cast armor on myself because I really need it.
Okay, the direction you went in there causes you to just clatter into someone.
Someone right in front of me.
Yeah, someone directly to the south of you. You bump into them. So I'll take that as one of your moves. So you can do another move if you want.
Oh god. I feel like I'm surrounded. Which way can I go? Dog's that way.
The bite came from the east. You'll know that. Directly south, you've just thumped into some guy.
Okay, this is going to be pretty hard to do in the dark, so I want to get out of the room. And I know the way I came, so would I be able to get there?
You can, absolutely. You'll fumble around, bumping over things in the games room, but eventually you'll... When you get to there, you're actually out of the darkness. It's just like a wall of darkness. It's just weird.
Does this mean I have a -2 on my spell then?
-2?
For the multi-action, it did 2 movements.
Oh no, that's alright. No, sorry, I just only meant like 1 square of your movement. It cost you. Yeah, so you're fine.
Okay.
You will have a -2 because your wounds.
Okay. Yeah, but that's fine. I want to cast the spell. Some armor. Yay. It's a spell. How much armor? 2 points. I think it's on the plus and minuses somewhere. There we go. Sorry, it's my turn over. Just putting the armor on myself. Oh, I forgot. Pascal, did you want to?
Sorry, what do I need to do?
I left people that were fighting me.
Oh, they can't see you. Oh, the Shadow Beast can see you. Sorry, the other guy can't, so I won't give him one. But yeah, the Shadow Beast. Sorry. Thank you. I'm going to give you a Benny for reminding me of that. It was very heroic.
Because he's going to need it here in just a minute.
Yeah, she's gonna need it. In a minute.
There's your Benny for honesty. However, well, at least it's not a raise. It'd have been before that armour went on as well. But yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been 7, which is
Well, hang on, it's not before you got the Benny there.
True.
It's okay.
So, okay.
yeah, I'm up to another wound again. I'm up to 3 wounds.
Well, so was your toughness 7?
Yes.
If it was toughness 7, that'd have been 2 wounds actually against you, wouldn't it, with 13 coming in?
No, it's just 1 wound. He did 13 damage versus a 7 toughness.
Yeah,
It's
it's
only
just
6
isn't it?
difference.
It's only 1 wound.
He wasn't shaken already, so.
Ah, yeah. Have you just put a wound on yourself, Frederick?
Yeah.
Ah, that's why it's doing that to me. Cool. Right, thank you. Okay, yeah, so you take the other wound, but you're still up and now armoured.
Blood trail leading from the darkness.
Where's the fifth? I still kept past the 5th spell, even with the extra wounds, so it's okay.
And Irina fired and hit the guy and shook him. Just so you know.
Yep, he's shaken. Well done, Irina. This thug here steps out and takes a shot at Irina.
Watch out behind. Too late.
Which misses. The other thug. Do pretty much the same thing. Takes a shot at Irina. These guys suck at shooting. Oh dear, that was a kiss of death. Irina is shaken from a glancing blow which cracks near her ear. But she gets the Joker. Well done, Irina.
Ooh, she got the Joker. Everybody, Benny.
You can feel my appreciation heading towards you.
Mister, I got 5 Bennies still.
I still
Actually, no,
believe
that's
that,
Frederick. That's Frederick that only has 1.
and I still believe he still stands next.
I think Irina can go, right?
Oh, wait. Yeah, Irina, because now he has to make this concentration check.
Yeah, for a shaken, it's just a smarts roll. At least that's what I believe it said when I glanced at it before.
Great, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you there, Irina?
Character who,
Yeah.
character who is shaken by non-damaging. Oh, wait a minute. Character who is shaken by non-damaging has to make just a smarts roll. Oh, that's not. I think I misread that page. 113.
Okay, well, Irene, just have you go. We'll say
All right.
stop.
She'll just blow away. She's gonna take care of the problem right here anyway. So.
She does. 2 wounds?
Can you believe it?
Come on, soak my pet. Oh, he does. Ha!
Oh man.
Okay, I am going to hit number 6 with my sword, as I'm right next to him. That'll do nicely. Go forward. And the one next to him I'm going to hit with the claws.
I've not got my fumble thing on this, so well, they're sort of attached to you, so it'll just be a miss.
Well, I'll still move one more forward so that I'm blocking their shots and then annoying the hell out of them if nothing else. And that's it.
To Benny to act.
Yes. There you go. All right. I'm going to take a now. One of them shaken. Is that Thug 6 or 5? Trying to lost track. Hold on. I don't see the thugs on the tracker.
Oh, 1 second. There you go. Do you see them now?
Oh, there they are, way down there. They're both up. I thought he shook one of them. Did I miss that? I guess he didn't shake one.
Apologies, I forgot just to add it. Yeah, it's a shaken, that one.
All right. Well, I'm going to move. I'm going to take a shot at him and get him out of the picture if I can. Because otherwise, I shoot at the other one and I miss. It could be really bad. All right. Here we go. Take an ammo off. Take a shot. No, I will not accept that.
And he goes down. Oh, why are you shaking there, Badger? Why does it say you're shaking? There we go, I've taken it off you. Right, if you want to end your turn if you're done.
Forward.
Okay. Go and do my plan. And car in a corner. So unlike myself, and I decided to cast heal on myself.
Very nice. Oh, good move. Oh, so
Nice.
unlucky. Well, you healed 2 of them.
Yay!
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Isn't it a -6? It is.
This is the -6.
Yeah, you get your own wounds, which is the -3, and then you get 3 for the extent of the damage, I
He
believe.
still got an 8. He still got an 8, so that's still 2 wounds.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, nice one. Ignore me. Just say the heal of 2 wounds. Well done.
Oh, I didn't know any of this. That's why I was asking, because I've never actually.
Yeah,
had
the way
had
the
this.
rules work is that you have to take the wounds of the target and wounds of the caster. So if you're doing it on yourself, you're at a -6.
Okay,
So,
okay.
see, it's good that you didn't know that because you might not have tried it. So
And if
you managed to heal 2 wounds in spite of yourself.
and if you'd have been casting it on somebody else with 3 wounds, that roll would have been a -3 as well.
Yeah, I knew about the other bit. I just didn't know about the myself.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. Okay, well done anyway. You're feeling much better. The power of the Lord is with you.
The power of, when I level up, the power of light will be coming on to me. I'll tell you that now.
Well, I believe that Frederick is still next to me, so I will swing at the black beast there.
Probably not.
A
Does the 4 hit the wolfie?
Just need to do damage and not get a cancel the spell.
4 does hit the beastie because he was so wild attacking.
Ah, okay. Well,
Only just. So 12 against a toughness of 5. Good grief.
That's a wound.
There's a wound. Oh. Okay, he takes a wound.
oh, it's a wild card.
It is. But you well, he wants to soak it, doesn't he? What am I thinking?
Oh, I didn't say it.
Honestly, it's the best policy. That's my pre-sub.
Oh, I'm getting carried away and rolling the vigor. So he does soak.
You're in a life and death struggle with a wolf.
However, so William Band, being dragged along. Okay, this time. Okay, the darkness drops immediately around you, Adger, and you can see, you'll sort of squint a bit with the brightness of the light around you. Whatever was snarling at you is also gone.
Hey,
However,
so now I can see what I'm facing.
Well, I think the wolf disappeared too.
yeah, it did. Oh well, that worked. Don't think he gets anything for a raise, which is a bit sad.
But the range is only touch, so I don't guess that affect the room.
Well, no, I think the bad guy's outside. He's just casting in darkness.
Seems he's let go one spell to cast a new spell.
Pretty much. Okay, and the area around Hakim goes dark and he vanishes in the darkness.
And all the area around Rex Carter becomes visible.
He takes Banks with him.
Banks disappears also. Okay, Thug 5 here will eek and turn and shoot at Badger. Complete miss. But he tries to run into the darkness, giving Irina and Jonathan a free attack against him.
Thugs are so stupid.
Yeah. So Jonathan and Irina, you can have a swing at this thug if you like.
Just so you know, Frederick, my card is worth.
In between the two of him, you cut him down.
Tumbles into the dark. Ah!
Okay, you're up, mate.
Do I see anyone in the room, or I'm all alone?
There's lots of dead bodies, all the furniture's been knocked over, blood everywhere, bullet holes in the furniture, but there's no one alive in the room with you. Outside you can see an area of darkness and you can see your three colleagues sort of running towards another globe of dark.
Okay, well, I'll grab the weapon that lies close to me and I will sprint out to assist.
Thug's pistol.
Yeah, pistol or axe, whatever it's lying around there.
Sure.
Running.
Be put on the grounds map.
There you go.
Oh, I did have a +6 there.
Because you ran.
Yep, your +6 is your pace.
So 12 scores total.
I'll just
Each-
run.
each
I
square-
don't know how far I can come, but I'll run as long as I can. What did I pick up of weapon?
Each square's 2 squares. There's you're just picking up anything up as a weapon. Well, there's probably like chair legs and all kinds of things here, so you can have a club if you want.
Well, they didn't. They have a pistol or rifle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, they do. They have pistols on the floor and also a dagger.
Yeah, well, I just took the pistol then.
Okay.
And how much is each square outside?
2 each squares. 2 squares.
Can run all the way down here.
Yep, you can run into there if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run into the darkness.
You're back in the darkness.
Watch out, he's got Banks. I'll yell.
I got this. I got this.
Don't hit
Yelled
Banks.
while I pass by.
Try and grapple Banks.
Yeah, Banks will be easy to grapple. He's out of it.
Oh, it's me. Okay, I will shout, Algar, and come on back. I've healed myself. Watch out for that dog.
You look and there's no dog.
I'm gonna run for it. Where's run piece? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get to the window. Where's everyone gone? Oh, you're right there.
All right. Go ahead and take the. And I want to run through the. I want to go down and up through this garden.
Okay, down's normal movement, but up is going to be double movement, I think.
Alright, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can only move 5, I guess. And then I'll do a running die. There as I'm going up. That'll put, so it's 2 down per square, 4 up, so I can get to there. Do I see? Well, I'm in the bottom of the well. I'm in the well of the sunken garden, so I doubt I can see on this side of darkness yet.
Makes sense.
Okay, then I am done, Mr. JW.
Okay, I'm gonna run around the edge of the. I'm gonna sprint around the edge of the darkness, to see if I see him come out on the other side or something. So I'll do a sprinting roll. So that'll put me. That's 5 squares, which is the 10. So if I see him and I can get near to him, I'll have a hack. If not, then if I'm not near to him, then I can see him. I'll just shout out where he is.
Yeah, you run around there, you can't see anything behind there, you can't see him behind the thing.
That's fair enough.
Okay. You see him now, though. He steps out of there, sees you, looks surprised, and casts a spell at you. Out of his fingers, a long ray of darkness flies forth.
Watch out!
Striking you weakly. He steps back in. He's like, ah!
He's mumbo jumbo.
He does use mumbo jumbo. Irina, there's lots of mumbo jumbo in front of you.
Am I in that darkness then?
You're just at the outside of it at the moment, so you can't really see anyone inside.
I'm going to do a grapply kind of thing to try and grab hold of anyone who's in here with me.
Okay, you're going to sort of move into the darkness, and which square do you? I don't know if you got the map there. If you want to point at one of the squares, and or it'll mark out your movement. Each square's 2 moves, so you can say where you're going on it.
Well, I'd like to grab hold of Banks, but obviously, since it's gone dark, I don't know how people have moved, so I don't know what sort of minus you want to give me to a chance of. I mean, I don't want to hurt him. Obviously, I just want to grab hold of him so he can't be taken.
Okay, well, I guess it's going to be a notice roll. Though I won't give you the full -6 on it, I don't think. So yeah, maybe notice roll. Well, I'll give you +2, but it's not going to be enough. You could Benny it if you want. So you're at -4 essentially, fumbling around trying to find him in the darkness. Okay. You fumble around in the dark and you find you manage to grab hold of him. You'll know it's him because he's sort of whimpering in terror.
I can tell by the feel of his expensive suit.
Yes. If you want, it's a fighting roll. Yeah, just make me a fighting roll. You won't have the -6 on it. Okay, I'm going to say you managed to grab hold of him with that.
Don't
And
pull
I'll
his
just
legs
hang
off.
on for dear life.
Okay.
He's the meal ticket. He can't go. One of my valuables is being stolen.
I'm gonna run.
He probably needs to put him on the other map.
I'll shout out, I've got Banks, I've got Banks, I've got hold of him.
No, yeah.
That's
You
5,
gotta
isn't it?
dive into
And
Yeah,
then
each
hopefully
square-
people can
each-
hear where I am.
each square on the big map is 2 movement points.
Oh, I don't think I want to run into the darkness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand at the edge of the darkness. I've got this side! Who's ever in there? That'll do me because I just ran.
Alright, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Go there. Get out of the sunken garden. And then I can only get to about there. And look for, I mean, it's really not much I can do, so I'll go ahead and do a running die. Ah, great. I'll just try to stop him from trying to get to the river. Not that I can do much.
Hidden guy's turn.
Okay, so I saw which way you went in, didn't I?
Yeah, you saw him. He popped out of the south, saw you, shot his magic ray at you, and then ducked back in. He went north into the dark again, disappeared in there.
Oh,
Oh.
never mind. I did want to do one more thing. Could you go ahead and put prone badger? Actually, well, yeah, you'll have to do that. Sorry. I'm sorry. I should have.
No, it's fine. It's cool.
Because I don't trust this guy. He's gonna keep popping out and trying to shoot us.
Okay, so I'm going to go forward. I'm going to try stabbing the area that he went in, but I'm going to go with non-lethal just in case I accidentally hit somebody else.
Okay, if you attack Hakim with -6, well, 1 second, I'll just put the darkness on you then.
Okay,
There you go.
and I'll give myself another minus because I'm doing non-lethal.
Oh yeah, -1.
But I'll still have 2 attempts.
Flail around with the blunt side of your weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
A miss and a roll of a 1 will hit a friendly.
It's a miss, but not a roll of a 1, and I'll try with the claws as well, if I can do non-lethal with them. Yeah, the complete miss. If he can see what's going on, he just sees me sort of like frantically swiping at him.
I'll try and pull him backwards.
Okay, you managed to pull him backwards. He doesn't appear to be. No one else is holding on to him, so you can drag him back.
I'll drag him out of the darkness then.
Good call. His eyes are sort of glazed, so only the whites of his eyes. Okay, you hear the voice of Hakim cry out from in the darkness. It says, "Curse you! If I can't have him, then none of you shall." I'm going to roll for some deviation type things on this because he tries to do a blast effect sort of in the general direction of where he felt sort of arena sort of head to. So I'll do it as a deviation thing. Ball of Shadow is a.
Now, is he at -6 because he's in his own darkness?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do then is roll for deviation with it.
Got it.
Making these rules up on the fly, but it sounds good. Okay. So it goes west. Yeah, I'll put it 2 squares west. So basically, a big area of darkness appears next to you, Irina, but misses you ultimately. Adger.
Okay, well, I'll go down here. Do I stumble into somebody?
You bump straight into.
Well, okay, then I will just
Take-
smack him with my elbow.
All right. What? Okay, you hit him.
Oh wow! I think he hit.
No!
Oh, he gets away with it.
Well, that should be 5 points.
Oh, I should be 5
Oh
points.
no! No, that's right. He took off the. Or are you not wild attacking?
Why do I not wild attack?
You're wild attacking now, but even with the wild attack, the guy's got toughness 6, I'm afraid. So
We'll do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
but do I get a raise because then I will actually hit a 9?
okay, yes, you do. Good point. Roll that raise damage. Shakes him.
That's enough to shake him.
Ooh.
It's a 6 total for damage.
Yeah,
Yes, that makes a smarts roll now then.
he does.
Well,
No, hold on a minute.
make a opposed arcane roll versus the amount of. So he has to roll an arcane roll. At least a 6 or better.
Oh, that's so sad. Boy.
Goodbye spells. Yay!
He's got a whole plate of GM bennies, I think. He's running low though.
Oh, now we're going to grin at him. Ah, there you are.
You smack him in the face, which is enough to put him off, despite me throwing bennies at it, and the darkness goes. No! Go on, Badger.
Yeah, just put me on hold. You there?
Yep.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'd get you up.
Okay, sorry.
Hmm. Do I hit him or do I actually shoot him? I'll smack him one.
Actually, then, thinking about it in hindsight, I bet I could have just spent the Benny to get rid of the shaken. Which would have stopped him needing to make the roll, but never mind, I've done it now. So yeah, whacking one.
Will it take off the -6?
Oh, okay.
Might as well, right?
And I'll go for attack for the head.
Okay.
You might need
Fine
this
with that.
one, eh?
Well, I'm unarmed, so it will be a fist. Oh, it's a hit. 4 to damage. Lucky him.
Did you have a -4 in your second roll?
I should have that. Yeah, I have a -2, but I use Elan as I
Oh, you
use
got
my
Elan.
my edge Benny, so that's a total.
Don't care, that's a soak.
That's racking all the bennies.
Yeah, definitely I've got one Benny left.
One, move away from us. Sword's ready.
Actually, you could interrupt if you want to.
And I go for Ball of Shadows the last time. It's a cast. This
Really doesn't like Jonathan for some reason.
going there. So it's 3d6 damage on each of you.
Ooh.
Yeah, ouch. 2 wounds, Hardker.
Ow. Well, I'm out of bennies, so I'll take it.
William Banks is a wild card, so he takes 1.
Do you have any bennies?
Oh, Irina, I'm sorry, that's 2 wounds. It's this grasping darkness. If you're there, you want to banny it? Probably fighting with cats and dogs.
Irina, if you're there, you're getting
Oh, sorry.
damaged.
It's alright. I'm guessing you want to soak it, yeah?
2.
Okay, so you take
That's
1.
as good as I can do.
Yeah, because we're all out of bennies. I don't want to. I don't want to shoot.
Yeah, shoot him in the legs or something.
Yeah. Now after Frederick goes, I do want to come up. Frederick do
Did
his
you
thing
know-
first.
He said to him, "You know, I was going to leave you alive and question you, but you really hurt me. You hurt my friends. Goodbye." And I will slice him.
He laughs at you. Oh. He gets away with it. Me dodges most of the blow.
Go ahead and take. If you would go ahead and take a.
Is he visible now?
He is, but you sadly didn't recover from the shaken, so you can just move at half your pace.
Okay, I'll drag Banks back a bit.
No one's played an adventure card yet.
I do want to. I want to.
I think Roger was interrupting me, weren't you?
I'm trying to interrupt.
Okay, interrupt, Roger, sorry.
Go ahead and take the prone status off of me. And I'm just gonna get in close, and I'm gonna take a whack at him. Well, actually, I'm pulling out my club, and that's gonna be a -2. I'll take a swing at him, but mostly I just want to engage. So if he tries to move away, I can whack at him.
Remember the gang up.
Oh yeah, I got Frederick, so it's
I'm just-
-1 net
just
there.
hoping- Just hoping this guy's running out of power points. That's all I'm on.
It's going do the gang up automatically soon. I'm dead looking forward to that. Just one last thing to worry about.
All right. All right. That's it. Okay. Now it's back to, I think,
Yeah, it's back to me. I'm the
Jonathan
only one
won.
that hasn't.
Williams.
Yeah, go back down to Williams now.
I'll step forward. Oh, I can see him now. I don't have
Ooh,
to. I
and you
don't
got
have to
a,
be nice.
and you have a +2.
Okay, I'll start with the sword.
Are you wild attacking?
Yes, please.
Ooh, +4.
Hmm.
Down he
Finally.
goes.
Damn you! Jonathan steps forward and, well, how'd you kill him?
Yeah, basically, I'll see everybody sort of like shooting at him and that, and I'll see that he's reeling a little bit, and I'll calmly walk forward and just sort of like split him from sternum to throat, just leaving his head on, just the innards will drop out.
Hey, this isn't the Iron Dynasty.
That's cool. Okay.
Well, I didn't even get round to attacking him with the claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you hit him with a crazy shot, and he goes down, gurgling his last.
Father, could you heal me? Give me a blessing.
Yes, I could think about doing that. No, what I mean is I'm going to do it, but I don't know if it's going to work or not. Things are going to happen. Things.
You have -2 to do.
No, I've got -1. You've got how many wounds on you?
Two of them.
So that's
It'll
minus.
do the minus. It'll do the -1 for you automatically. You need to put the -2 in the modifier
Oh,
if you're gonna try to heal him.
nope.
Well, actually, you won't need to worry about it too much, because this session, not session, but this part of the plot point is comes to an end really with the threat of the cultists has been stopped. Their plot to capture Sir William Banks has been foiled. Sir William Banks, when he finally comes round from his stupor, is thrilled that you've saved him. He's really thrilled. Is actually the word. Sorry, he's very grateful to you. He's also concerned that this is a very real threat that has reached the shores of the green and pleasant land, and he agrees that he will assist the Rippers, the organisation, in any way that he can to try and put an end to this menace.
Oh, I was gonna play a card to make sure to ensure his allying to us. That's the only way. It's the only thing I can play my card.
Okay, well, yeah, may as well play it.
I don't know if it exactly works. It's more for a group of people, but I figure him and whoever he's connected with.
Oh, okay. Well,
just to make sure that he, is forthright in it to us.
We're his new best buddies.
Yeah. You actually saved my life. I mean, literally, this is the only time I can play the card. So, like, oh, quick. I don't have any other cards.
okay, I've awarded you all 3 favours. For that card, though, the folk hero, he'll take a particular shine for you, and I'm going to give you another 3 favours. I'm going to double your favours for that.
Alright. And just because I've not played this setting before, what do I do with favors?
Favours are really cool. One moment, I'll just pass the favours over to...
Should I just read it in the library?
Yeah, I'll share. I could do refreshing my memory as well.
I don't know where to look for it, so I mean I could probably eventually find it.
I think it was in the images last week.
It's in status, I believe. So with favours, you may Like there's various favour costs. The only problem is with your status, it limits how high you can go. I mean, these are just examples of perhaps giving you additional militia, but you could use favours in any other creative way that you wish.
Like getting a weapon.
Exactly.
Right, but since we only have status, we can't really do a whole lot with him at the moment. But we could keep coming to him for small favors periodically until we jack up our status.
Absolutely, and the favours are a bit abstract as well, so you don't have to just spend them with him, I guess, directly. You could spend them with someone else and say you got a telegram to him and he assisted, I don't know, that kind of way. But I'll let you be a bit creative in the use of favours. So, well done. That was that part of the this plot point. As you succeeded it well, Sir William Banks as an ally. However, you did uncover more of the plot. Really, Mina Harker will arrange to meet you again. This time she does it at her home, so you can come armed.
And so we don't disgrace her in public again.
Yes, don't embarrass her. She has an apartment which she is currently renting, and well, it'll be a hotel room actually that she's renting in London. Here she is, Mina. As you enter, she smiles warmly to you. There, you see. Oh, by the way, you can all heal all your wounds because several weeks will pass and you'll be healed up for the next part.
Yay.
Oh my god, he's got a big spider. Are you alright?
I'm not,
Never hear from him again.
I'm not heading all the way up there just to take care of your spider.
Yeah, Aaron's ace with spiders. You-
Where is he?
Was anyone talking to me while I was chasing the spider around the room?
Yeah, we were concerned for
We were
your
just
safety.
hoping that we were hoping you were gonna make it back. We didn't see how big a spider it was.
It's about the size of my fingers.
Oh, I thought it was
Massive.
maybe like the Harry Potter spider, Agog or whatever.
There's not be massive these spiders
Shelob.
these days.
Yeah, Shelob.
Decided
Shelob,
that
Agog.
it's decided to climb into my trousers down there, the floor.
That's bad. Last place you want a spider is in your trousers.
It's okay, they're going into the wash, so
The spiders.
the trousers are. The spiders are in the trousers, so it's going to dry.
Samina smiles at you as you enter her hotel room. She's got a fairly large suite in the hotel, and there's a sort of an office lounge type area. And she'll be sitting next to a fire as you enter, and she'll turn, smile, and beckon for you to enter and take a seat.
While I sit down.
Thank you. Rippers, it seems you have repaid my faith in you. I knew that you were up to this task. It seems you are more than just one-trick ponies.
Of course.
So, if you'd like to perhaps tell me a bit about exactly what happened there. I've heard some parts of what went on from Sir Banks in a telegram, but I'm sure he left out some parts of it. 2 tricks a minimum, indeed. Oh, and you all deserve a Benny, don't you, for this?
It's because none of us have bennies. Who did we just lost? Oh, we lost Mr.
He's disappeared. He's probably going battling spiders.
One of the laugh I have to sleep in this room tonight with that giant thing left floating around there.
Well, you're only eating it once, so.
I hate all types of bugs. I hate them all. I was taught in school about earwigs, and then from there onwards, that was it.
What do earwigs do?
Crawl into your ear.
Do they? And then what do they do in there?
And eat your brains.
Oh,
no,
no.
they just crawl into the hole and just live there because they can't get themselves back out again. They just keep on going forward.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I learned that in primary school.
Yeah, I'm not very amused. Right.
Perhaps they eat your earwax.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Anyway, Mina Harker will say. So they appeared like they wanted to kidnap Sir Banks.
Yes.
This is most concerning.
Quite insistent on either taking him with them, killing him if they couldn't escape with him.
And this follows just months after the rescue of the professor that you undertook, the professor of Egyptology.
Indeed. The Egypt connection again.
Well, since there's been an Egypt connection on this, I've been in touch with Cairo, and it seems just on the chance that to look for anything unusual that's happened there, and some of my contacts have told me about something unusual which you might want to check out. You see, in Cairo there is a British man who has recently undertaken an expedition there. However, since he returned, well, he's still in Cairo, but since he got back from the expedition, Colonel Archie Willard, the man's name is, he has apparently fallen ill to a strange malady. He cannot sleep, he has begun to hallucinate, he has pains in his stomach, and he is in danger of going quite insane. Rumours are abound in Cairo at the moment that he has actually been cursed, the curse of the mummy's tomb, which has because he has taken artifacts from the graves there, violating the eternal rest of the ancient Egyptians, if you believe it. However, there might be some truth to it, and in either case there is something unusual going on which is connected to Cairo. If you wish to take this job, I have tickets here to take you by ship to Cairo, where you could perhaps find the Colonel and see if you can get to the bottom of what ails him.
Excellent.
It'll be a long trip, so we'll probably recover from our wounds. How long would it take?
I'm sure you will. It'll probably be a couple of weeks, will it, journey about to Cairo?
I would think at least.
Good. Forget to give Jonathan his penny.
Well, I will do whatever it takes.
Oh, I've not given Jonathan a penny, have I?
He crashed, so.
That'll teach him.
Yeah, I crashed for a little while, so I must have crashed just as you were handing them out.
Okay, so essentially you have a archaeologist by the name of Colonel Archie Willard, who has returned from a expedition in the desert. He's currently in Cairo. However, he's fallen ill. He's currently experienced hallucinations, loss of sleep, and pains and sickness, feverishness.
It does only take one night to get to Cairo.
I'm unsure. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just one night.
Gosh.
Back
If you
then?
have, yeah, if you have a look at the video that I've just put through on Discord, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm gonna have to have a look at it now. Ah, night boats, yes.
One, two, three.
So yes, you are indeed on a night boat to Cairo. And Frederick, she says, Frederick, I'm sorry, I do not really know how we can cure the curse. I imagine if the curse originated in Egypt, then maybe the cure would also be in Egypt.
Pity. I thought with our extensive library we would have had some knowledge. But oh well. We will seek our information there then.
Egypt at the current time of the Victorians is something of an attraction for the wealthy and the like. You have some Victorian gentlemen on camels in Egypt. Not quite sure why, you're probably looking at a holiday brochure or something. Got another one somewhere.
That must have been set at 1986, since there's an 86 at the bottom of the guy's feet.
Yeah, or maybe 1886, I guess, I don't know.
Oh, 1886, yes, that would be even better.
I'm not sure. Anyway, there's some more as well. There's like little tourist pictures of like rich people sitting having tea and cake at Giza. Anyway, so it's quite a big thing for the Victorians, and there is indeed a boat leaving soon towards Cairo. It's also the gateway to the Indian Ocean with the Suez Canal, and the British have essentially occupied Egypt, and it's now sort of an English colony, kind of. And there's a lot of foreigners at the moment, British people and the like, in Cairo, and they are maintaining it as it's got strategic importance, mostly because of the Suez Canal. And have been able to reach India through it for our tea, which is important. So you will have chance to do some things in London before you leave if you wish to. You may get yourself sword canes and whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah, I might as well. How much will that cost? How much money have I got? Kitty shillings. And I'm only status 2 though.
Now, do money?
Pardon?
Spend favors? I don't know.
I'm wondering if do I spend favor or do I spend money? Yes.
It's up to you which way you want to do it.
I
think
prefer to spend the money because the favor. I'm only status 2, so I can only spend up to 10 shillings on an item. Is it 10 shillings?
Well, it says we get a monthly. Do we in fact get a monthly salary?
You do, yes. You'll have a monthly salary based on your status. It's kind of, because the game's not that much about getting money, it's so you can make purchases up to your monthly salary without having to worry about it. Anything over that, you'd sort of dip into your savings.
All right, so we get. I think we're all status 2, right? Except, well, someone here might be more.
I'm 2 as well.
Can I buy myself a shotgun?
Absolutely. Probably get that out of your salary, I imagine.
Yeah, I'll take the sword off shotgun there.
I'm just going to change my sword to sword cane. Fully sword cane.
Holy
what
sword cane, Batman.
Also, soon you'll be able to get yourself a Ripper Lodge and you'll be able to start making magic items and getting into Ripper tech, if you wish.
I renamed it to be a cross sword cane because it's not very happy. How much would that cost me? I'll take it off the money.
Put it as, let's say, twice the price of whatever a sword cane is, because it's like a special one, isn't it?
Look at the sword cane.
Have it silvered.
Yeah, silvered, even better.
Okay.
Cool, okay, nice one, Badger. Although I guess it'll be one of those things that sits on a tripod and you have to hold up a flashy light thing, which goes poof.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. It's a 5 pound with all the equipment. I've got a
Awesome.
travel bag. I'm gonna put it in. So the travel bag I'm gonna be encumbered.
There's actually a sword cane in the equipment.
But I'm still carrying. Even if when I'm carrying the travel bag. So.
The Ripper Arvor's sword cane does not suffer any status penalty for traveling armed. Doesn't have a price on it though. Oh yeah, it does. 2.5. And silver, how much would that make it cost?
£5. Oh, and silver. Crikey, that probably will increase the price quite a lot, wouldn't it, silver? I imagine silver plated.
You could just have the blade silvered, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a blade. It's meant to be in the sky.
Okay, say it's £10 then.
It's just £10. I'll look it up.
£10, well I presume there's 20 shillings to a pound.
That's a crime.
I thought it was 100 to 1. Am I not? Did I misunderstand that?
The pounds were different back then.
Yeah, it's usually 20 shillings to a crown or a pound.
Let's see.
Yeah, there was 20 shillings per pound.
12 pence per shilling, 20 shillings per pound.
Weird imperial stuff. There must have been a reason why they did that originally.
Well, they counted their fingers, then they counted their legs, and that made 12.
It might have been something to do with weight, was it?
Oh, pound of gold, probably.
Could have been. I'm curious now about where the metric system came from.
Well,
It's just that the
looking-
decimal system seemed so sensible in hindsight, but obviously, I mean,
Okay,
the
well-
Babylonians had a base 60 kind of mathematics system.
Right.
Right.
I basically
hang-
spent all my money, so I have no money to buy the sword cane.
Okay.
According to the main character start change of clothing status and £5, which is equivalent to $500 in Savage Worlds money.
Yeah.
So to me, that would be, a shilling is I
Oh.
guess 100 shillings per pound. Is that? Am I not?
Frederick, I'll lend you the £10.
And oh, thank you very much. I'll put my money back up again. I accept all charity. I'm not one to refuse. That actually
There's
turns
the
me
currency.
into
Okay.
That actually turns me into a rapier rather than a sword. Rapiers do.
Yeah, 1 pound is $100.
That's the conversion to Savage Worlds prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 pound is $100 in currency. So
Yeah, to Ripper's
okay,
pounds.
okay, yeah, I was doing it right. All right.
Right, I basically turned this into a walking stick sword rather than a walking stick rapier.
Okay, awesome. There's also, you may want to invest in, there's different types of shot and things, which might come in handy. Bolts and stuff.
I can't wait for my temple and get my holy water.
Flamethrower.
All right. Important question: does anyone here in this Arab Egyptian? I do not.
No.
Sorry, does anyone speak Egyptian? You were asking? No.
Well, yeah, where we're going. I mean, does anyone be able to speak for us, or we?
Oh, I'm Latin and English. So I don't know if there's any Romans hanging around.
I do speak all the languages I want to.
D6 and 8 skill he proves did not have for the remainder of the game session. Okay. Fair enough. It'll mean that you'll be able to piece together enough to make a conversation in Egyptian.
Yeah, but only today.
Only today, oddly, yes. Okay, so is everybody ready to leave London?
Yes.
I was going to ask you how much it would cost. Would we be able to buy any holy water, or is it just have to go with for a temple?
You could spend some favours to get some.
Yeah,
Something
that would
about-
you probably need. That you'd probably need to spend a favor on. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll save it.
Sure, you've probably got quite a few favours now, have you?
I've got 9.
Loads.
I just yeah, but I don't know how many I would get for. I don't want to spend it all on just one holy water.
How many lodge points have you all got, by the way? It should be on your main tab.
2. Hasn't increased yet.
Well, every time you get an advance, you should get a lodge point, and it'll mean that when you seasons, you'll be able to start building lodge stuff, which is actually quite cool.
If I spend 1 favor, how much holy water would I be getting?
Have a look.
$2 silver or less, it says. I think it's like 0.1.
2 silver or less, oh dear. Okay, let's have a look. How much is the holy water?
This says 0.1. I'm not actually sure what 0.1 means.
It's 0.1, is it holy water cost?
Sorry, what's the name of the guy we're trying to?
Well, for 1 favour you can get some then. Get 1. The name of the guy is Captain... Captain?
Is 0.1 a pence then? Or is it 10 pence?
Well, in the Savage Worlds, pound stuff with just 100-to-1 ratio, just for ease of play.
You're
So
cutting
if you
out
see
a bit there.
something, if you see something in the list that
Don't know what's happening, Badger, but you're cutting out.
I am. I thought I fixed
Yeah,
that. Hang on.
I didn't hear anything you just said there. Just
Okay.
all you said was in Savage Worlds, and then it stopped.
All right. In Savage Worlds, you have 1 pound is going to equal 100 shillings.
Okay.
And so when you see something on the gear page that says like 0.5, that's half a pound or 50 shillings. It just for ease of play, so we don't have to sit there and try to figure that out. Am I still cutting out?
No, we heard all that. It means I can't get any holy water, so I won't buy any. It's too expensive.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not too expensive. I mean, so a shilling should be 0.05 pounds.
What is the price in the Savage World?
0.1.
Yeah, that's a tenth of a pound. So however many pounds because you're going to get 8 pounds.
Yeah, that's 10 shillings though. When it costs what's 2 shilling or less, I can only buy. So can't really
Okay.
buy it. So I said it was too expensive.
Well, isn't it 0.0?
If I divide that by well, if you do it that way, the pound is 20 shillings, then 0.1 would be 2 shillings. So I could actually just buy 1 holy water.
That's it.
With 1. You need to do that. I can't reduce my favor. Bring it down to 8, please, and I'll take 1 holy water.
If you right-click the favour, it should give you a radial, and that's how many you spend.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know how you do that.
Hey. Okay. Are we all done shopping in Harrods? Because you can get everything at Harrods.
I'm waiting for my elephant.
Oh yes, we can get one of those for you, madam.
Much you're going to be drinking, it'll be a white elephant. Is that wrong? Is that drinking white elephants, or is that something else? It mixes up my metaphors up.
Yeah, it's pink elephants. That
Oh, pink elephants. Okay.
Yeah. White elephants are things that are that stay in a room and everybody just doesn't talk about it.
Okay, so you head towards Cairo then. Eventually, after tooling yourselves up, you're feeling quite kitted out. You've all recovered all your wounds, or you will at least do during the journey. Then head to ancient Egypt, a land that has captured the imagination through the ages. From the pyramids to the Sphinx to the monuments and temples erected in the desert, Egypt has lured conquerors, thieves and archaeologists with the promise of hidden treasures. And you'll arrive in Cairo, leaving your sailing ship and to the stifling heat here. People will be buzzing around everywhere. It's a hive of different sounds and noises, which are all fairly unusual to you Londoners or whatever. A group of children immediately rush up to you and start speaking in Arabic, which only Adgar can understand. They'll say, spare a penny, and they'll hold out their hands.
Oh, go away. No pennies here. I say something like that.
Okay. They retreat briefly, and then loads more different children arrive and start, in general, other beggars. Alright, so after fighting off the beggars a little bit, unless anyone wants to give them something.
Okay, I give him a clap around the back of the ear and say, "Bugger off."
You're supposed to be the charitable one. You're the the heathen, aren't they? Yes. Alright, so what do you want to do here? You're looking into the mysterious illness of Colonel Archie Willard.
We better go find him.
And
What's his name? Archie what? What was his last name?
There you go, just typed it in.
We have any idea where he is staying?
You do. He's staying in a hotel here, and you'll be able to have a address which Mina will have given to you to find him. It's a average kind of place, and there's a receptionist.
Oh, okay. We found the hotel. Yay!
Yep, let's find the hotel when there's a receptionist there with a British man behind the reception. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How may I assist you? Would you perhaps require a room? Rooms?
That would be very
Perhaps.
nice.
Is this where we think this is staying?
Colonel Archie Willard?
Yes.
Well, I shouldn't really give out the information about any of our guests, so if he was to be here, I shouldn't really tell you.
You will tell me right now, or the power of God will compel you, and I will intimidate him.
Alright. It's just scary, this guy is.
I'll do. I'm saving that Benny for the dead.
Oh, of course, I would not want to upset a man of the cloth, and of course I know that your intentions are entirely honourable, being a man of the cloth. Colonel Willard is indeed in residence here. I could send a message to him if you want to speak with him.
Yes, please.
Very well. If you'd like to take a seat in the lobby here, I will get word to him. And were you wishing to also stay here, or were you just coming to visit the Colonel?
We'll decide that after we've spoken to him.
Right. So you wait for a while, and after about 10 minutes, down a large flight of rather ornate steps, comes the Colonel. He's a man in his 40s, a tall man with a fairly full beard, dark hair, and fairly heavy set with broad shoulders, dark piercing eyes, and he walks up to you and looks a little curious. Colonel Willard, at your service, and who may you be?
Pushing a
stand
little to
there.
Frederick.
I stand there
Oh!
looking at my luggage.
I hear you have a problem, and we have been sent to be the solution.
Oh.
Hint, hint. Curses.
Oh, I see. Oh dear. How unfortunate. Well, let me at least arrange for some drinks to be brought over. He wanders off to the bar, and he'll take an order from you, and we'll return when and some servants come.
While he's at the bar, I'll say he looks fine.
I don't trust him.
How do we know it is him?
Maybe this was an attempt to trap Mina here or something. Maybe they thought she'd come.
We should know by now that Mina never goes anywhere. She always sends us.
Badger. I didn't mean Badger,
Yeah.
sorry. I meant Adger. Adger, you could, you're a man of the people. You can actually communicate. You could find out some information to make sure we're actually talking to the right person.
Hmm.
Talk to that, like, waiter or something and ask, oh, see that guy over there talking to my friends? Is that blah, blah, blah?
I'll actually do that. I'll actually go and then ask, do you know who this guy over there is?
Oh, of course, everyone around here knows him. It's Colonel Archie Willard.
Yeah, but shouldn't he be ill? I heard that he was in a bad state at the moment.
He was. He was in a terrible state. No, didn't leave his room. We were all frightfully worried about him. It was the curse, you know. But he was cured. Some local doctor cured him.
Oh, do you know the doctor? Maybe I have a friend that also sick. Maybe he could help me as well.
Oh, I don't know which doctor it was. A miracle, a worker, I'm sure. But I'm sure the Colonel will be able to give you more information. And I hope your friend gets better.
Yep, thank you. Well, I share the information with the rest of the party.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong.
So about by the time you've done that, the Colonel will return. He does look the picture of health, quite tanned and energetic. If anything, he sits down. I'm not sure who sent you to look after me, but I am afraid you've had something of a wasted journey, it would seem. See,
So it appears.
I not long ago visited a doctor here, a Dr. Yusuf Nazari, and he was very helpful. He gave me some ancient poultice and a couple of charms from the Book of the Dead, and well, whatever he did before I knew it, I was feeling right as rain.
From the book from the dead.
That's right, yes, the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
You listen to this heathen practices, are you saying?
Well,
Good English man like yourself?
well, I don't usually succumb to such mumbo jumbo, but I was in a frightful state. I couldn't sleep. I was seeing strange things, crocodile-headed creatures, jackals, and things haunting my sleep. It must have been people just telling me that it was a curse for my recent expedition, but, well, whatever the doctor did, it seemed to work.
You can't argue the results.
No, I've not felt better in a long time.
Did you feel the urge to give this doctor a lot of money?
I did pay him for his services, but he was quite reasonably priced. All the local doctors here are.
Could I ask you a question?
Certainly, certainly.
Did he seek you out, or did you seek?
Well, you see, my malady was in the papers and quite well, quite a talking point here. And the good doctor, he must have read about my condition and visited me here and offered to cure me.
Okay, so he sought you out. Okay.
And you've never seen him before, right? And after?
No, I've never seen this man before. I did leave his address though, should I wish to visit his surgery in future, but I've been perfectly fine apart from sending my thanks to the man. That's all I've had to deal with him since.
The address, could we get that? Maybe you want to talk to him.
Certainly, he's a very talented man, I would say.
What?
And I look at Frederick. I guess the Book of Dead is something that you want to take care of.
Yeah, sure. I'll look after that book. Uh, did you say how you got? You think you got this curse then? What look? Whereabout you got it?
Well, I don't know what to think. Everybody at the time was claiming it was a curse from, I brought back with me with artifacts for disturbing the eternal rest of some ancient Egyptian's tomb. Whether you believe that or not, I do not. I do not know myself. All I know is I'm feeling much better. I'm sure it must have perhaps just been some disease, perhaps some foreign ailment that I picked up here while out in the desert.
And your symptoms were just basically bad dreams with like crocodile gods and stuff like that. There.
Well, it sounds trivial to put it like that, but I couldn't sleep, and it wasn't just while I was asleep. While I was awake, I was having these visions, delirious. I was feverish, high temperature, and I spent a good while on the loo.
Ah,
I'm a nurse. Perhaps I could give you a once over while I'm here.
It certainly couldn't help. Couldn't hurt. Sorry, that was my mistake.
Well, given that I'm just totally lying, it certainly couldn't help.
Perhaps if you make me a persuade roll, if you could, just to see how good you bluff. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're just sort of positive enough about it, but are you going to go and sort of examine him?
Yes. I want to see whether there's any weird marks on his body or anything like that. And also, I want to see whether I can get him talking about anything that he took from that tomb. Try and flatter him, butter him up a bit. Sort of, oh, he's so brave, doing all this, Indiana Jones type stuff.
Okay. He will. He'll sort of allow you to examine him to a certain extent, and after a while, he gets a little suspicious by your. He's had quite a few nurses around him. Says, "Are you sure you're qualified to do this? Are you?"
Are you?
Where did you? What hospital do you work for?
I just wanted to check that I don't know whether you've heard of them, but there's an insect that plants its larvae under your skin, and they eat their way out. They're quite nasty, and you can tell where they've gone in from the mark they make. And I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any.
Good God, woman!
Hoping to distract him with the horrible story of the insects eating their way out of him. From what he's just asked me.
Good God!
He's distracted me with that story.
He goes a little paler and starts sort of looking at his skin. And says, "Well, I'll be sure to get checked out for that."
You look fine. I think it's just that often the initial bite gives people a fever, so I just didn't want you to have any nasty surprises down the road.
I see. Well, if I have any recurring symptoms, I will be sure to get them looked at.
I did have one more question for you, sir.
Yes, my man.
Would you be okay if I were to take your so show the person that sent us here that you are?
You were cutting out a bit there. You were.
Oh, I want to take his picture and
prove
basically
that he's
say to prove that he is Hale and Hart. The person that sent us here doesn't have anything.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry you've had a wasted trip. Who is it who sent you to me? I must have someone who cares.
I'll say who it is. The lady.
Actually, it's it's a young lady whom I'm sure if you rack your brains, you can think who it is, who is perhaps hoping that when you come home, there might be something more between you. But obviously, she doesn't want to be named because it's really terribly forward to do this.
Really? He says, oh, a mystery. I do enjoy a good mystery.
Oh, good. I'll go ahead and set up the camera.
Okay, you go and set up the camera. Well, of course she can have my picture.
I also have a single question. Do you know if any of those items you brought with you has disappeared since you've been here? Lost something?
No, they're all accounted for. I have things, yes, in my room that still here that have been catalogued and the like.
Do you mind to show us what you got?
Well, I really they're being catalogued at the moment. Perhaps when I've had them, fully evaluated, we'll put them on display and you'll be able to see them properly. They're not in their best condition at the moment for viewing.
So if you don't have everything catalogued, how do you know if something isn't missing at all?
Well, there's been no break-in and nothing. We've conducted initial cataloguing, but so we know what items we have, but we haven't thoroughly evaluated exactly what they are. Is what I mean to say.
All right. Find a good place for him to.
Right, they'll be somewhere in the lobby that's got a nice background with a nice sort of palm plant standing there, and he'll stand upright and, as you do in Victorian times, grab his collar and smile.
All right. Say queen. Take his picture.
Okay, he looks quite happy to have his picture taken.
Okay.
Is this one of these pictures where you have to stand still for 20 seconds?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Yeah.
No, this is fast. You only have to stand 15.
You got the top of the range model.
Oh yes, man.
This
I spared no
stuff.
I spared no expense.
He'll turn to you, Arena, and say, and please do give my regards to my mysterious benefactor. I hope our paths
I'll
cross.
let your benefactress know that you are indeed hale and hearty and doing great things.
I will soon return to England, and I hope I will get to meet her then.
Now you have a reason to return.
I do. I should return within the week or so. I think I will be returning back to London with my findings.
Well, it was delightful to find out that you weren't ill as we'd thought.
And I'm even more delighted to be better. Thank the good doctor.
We shall do that.
I presume we're leaving.
We got the address, didn't we?
You have, yes.
After we're well out of earshot, does anyone want to have a wager with me? I bet he's dead by tomorrow. By let's say midnight tomorrow.
It's a bit ghoulish.
Gambling is offensive in the eyes of the Lord.
I didn't say I won't bet you, but
I was thinking that the doctor maybe has enchanted him so that he could take some important stuff.
yes. All right. Well, first things first. We need to figure out.
Is that your honest medical opinion then? I mean, what he says from your observations of him, your medical observations.
No, it's just nobody does things like that. And you know, it's a con, isn't it? So they made him ill, they made him better. Why? Why have they got an interest in him?
They wanted to get into his room to get something out of it.
Exactly, they want to steal from him. So I just, I just don't rate his chances.
Maybe we should shadow him for a while.
Oh, I don't think we need to do that. We should go and see the doctor first.
We should see the doctor before he skips town. I mean, that's what con men usually do. Not that I've got any reason to know.
Right, are we getting a room here? We're gonna lug all of our luggage around.
Yeah, I think we need to get a room this time because it looks like we're going to be here for a time. We have to track down how this person caused the curse and how he cured the curse by reading from a book. Sounds like poison.
Alright.
And
So I'll head back to the reception.
I don't think we should stay in. Is there only one hotel? Because if this guy got poisoned in this hotel, I wouldn't want to be in this hotel.
there are other hotels, and indeed a better class of hotels in Cairo.
We're white. We're like royalty.
You are.
Look, there's one right across the street.
Is
Yeah,
it called
That's
Caesar?
The Flaming Pyramid.
we should just go for the one across the street because it's totally random, isn't it? Then we're not being led there.
Very
Yes,
good.
that's
You head over to the one across the street then, and you'll be able to get rooms there. Are you going to get a room each, or are you going to share rooms?
I will make sure we've got a room facing his hotel so we can actually, like, if we need to, keep an eye on the front door.
Yeah, can we get a suite that will fit us all in?
The Royal Suite.
I mean, obviously not necessarily beds-wise or whatever, but, that's got some space.
Suites usually have side rooms.
Yeah, there will be suites. I think in this age, I imagine that a lot of the visitors here are indeed quite wealthy. So most hotels will have large suite areas, so you'll be able to get the presidential suite or whatever here. That's fine. And you'll be able to have some. It'll take up most of a wing, I guess. Cost you an arm and a leg, but are some of you rich?
Could hope he said that. I'd go right there.
Look,
Chop his arm and leg off.
how are we paying for this?
Not sure.
Well, do any of you actually have any money left?
Well, I don't know how much it's going to cost for us to stay here.
Well,
What?
I've got the 80 shillings left now because someone lent me £5 to buy the sword, so
To be
Did I just lend you 5?
you lent me £5, yeah.
Oh, I thought you needed the 10. That means I've got a little money.
Was it £10? Oh, sorry, did I make a mistake on the number?
I thought you said 10, but I mean I have 10. It's just that I have no. It just.
I've now written down £10. I wasn't sure what you give me. I thought you said 5.
No, because I thought you needed 10 for the sword.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I just literally forgot.
Yeah. So I'm penniless.
Well, in either case, thinking about it in hindsight, probably the prices in Cairo aren't that high. So we'll say that you managed to get a reasonably sized room, probably not the most upper class one, which will face out over the road towards the hotel where the Colonel is staying. And
Okay.
we'll put that out of your salaries.
Alright.
And I think what we'll probably do is sort of approaching 10:30, and it seems like a good place to leave it with you about to go and speak to the doctor and continue the investigation. So I'll probably leave it here for this evening, if that's all right.
That's fine for me.
Right.
I'm going to give you all 3 acts because you completed the last plot point really well. So Badger has an advance and a lodge point, and the rest of you don't, sadly.
So what we have to do is somehow protect and find the doctor as well.
Yeah, someone thought there was just something fishy going on here, and you've had several sort of leads leading to Egyptologists being kidnapped and things, so Mina just wanted to check it out, really, so. But oddly, he seems fine now. Suspiciously, he seems fine.
Yeah,